In the 1.17 update, Caves and Cliffs, the Wandering Trader is very useful for getting new blocks. I know it's weird to say Wandering Trader and useful in the same sentence. Well, this video is going to explain what specific trades get you the new blocks, how you can get more blocks from these blocks, and spawning mechanics of the Wandering Traders. Wandering Traders trades. The Wandering Trader has 6 trades that they can offer. 5 of these trades are picked at random from a long list of trades. The 6th trade is chosen from a smaller pool of potential trades. The purpose of the Wandering Trader in the game is to get blocks that you may not be around yet. For example, coral blocks if you haven't found a warm ocean yet. In the 1.17 update, this has been amplified, as some of the blocks are only available through the Wandering Trader. The reason for this is because the update was split into 2. This means blocks are in the game, but the actual spot that they will be in won't be added until the 1.18 update. An example is the moss blocks, as they are a part of the lush cave biome, but the lush cave biome won't be added until the 1.18 update. There are 4 trades involving 1.17 blocks. These are rooted dirt, small dripleaf, moss block, and pointed dripstone. All of these trades is 2 of that block for an emerald, with the trade being disabled after 5 trades. Both in Bedrock and Java Edition, these trades all can be in the Wandering Trader's 5 trade slots. Let's go through all the blocks that you can get from the 4 trades. First is the moss block. The moss block can be acquired from the supply chest at the front of a shipwreck at 42.1% chance for 1 to 4 moss blocks. With moss blocks, when you apply bone meal to them, they can turn the blocks in a 3x3 to 7x7 area into moss blocks. Also, moss blocks will generate grass 50% of the time, moss carpet 25% of the time, azalea 10%, and flowering azaleas 5% when bone meal is applied to it. Moss carpet is another kind of carpet, but it also can be put into the composter. 3 moss carpet can be crafted from 2 pieces of moss blocks. The only way to get moss carpet right now is getting a moss block or applying bone meal to a moss block. Azaleas and flowering azaleas are flowers that are saplings for the azalea tree. When bone meal is applied to them, they turn into azalea trees. The azalea tree is composed of oak, azalea leaves, flowering azalea leaves, and rooted dirt at the base. Both azalea leaves and flowering azalea leaves have no other way to get them than through the azalea tree. They are the same as normal leaves, except when they decay there is a 5% chance to drop azaleas and flowering azaleas. Just from the moss blocks, there are 5 blocks that you can get. If you want any of these blocks, you have to get them by either getting a moss block from a Wandering Trader or finding a shipwreck. The small dripleaf cannot be acquired anywhere else. The small dripleaf can only be planted on moss or clay blocks. Applying bone meal to a small dripleaf will turn it into a big dripleaf. The big dripleaf is a plant that will slowly collapse when you are standing on it and will make a warning sound. Powering big dripleaf with redstone will make it not collapse, and hitting it with a projectile will cause it to collapse even when powered. The only way to get small dripleaf is through the Wandering Trader. The big dripleaf can't be acquired in the game without getting small dripleaf first. The pointed dripstone can also be bought from the Wandering Trader and can be found rarely in caves. The pointed dripstone can grow when placed on the bottom of a dripstone block, and there is a water source above the dripstone block. The pointed dripstone can also be used to fill empty cauldrons with water or lava by having either above the dripstone block with a pointed dripstone on the bottom of the dripstone block. With lava, this is the only way to get renewable source of lava. 4 pointed dripstone can be crafted into a dripstone block. 4 dripstone can be acquired from the stonemason villager for an emerald at the journeyman level, which is the 3rd level. In Java, this is a 2/7 chance, and Bedrock it is a 1/4 chance. The pointed dripstone in the dripstone block is the exception to the other blocks, as it might be easier to get dripstone block through a stonemason villager or just exploring caves. Last is the rooted dirt block. 1 rooted dirt can generate at the base of an azalea tree if you apply bone meal to the azaleas or flowering azaleas. The rooted dirt, when a hoe is used on it, will turn into dirt and drop 1 hanging root. The rooted dirt will not be affected by mycelium or grass next to it and stay as a rooted dirt block. Also, rooted dirt blocks can be covered by other blocks without turning into dirt. If you apply bone meal and there is a space under the block, it can generate hanging roots on the bottom. Hanging roots have to be sheared, and at this moment this is the only way to get hanging roots. The only way to get rooted dirt is through the Wandering Trader or growing an azalea tree. To sum that all up, Wandering Traders are one of the best spots to get the new 1.17 blocks, as you can get multiple blocks. Dripleaf is the only one that can only be found through the Wandering Trader. All the other blocks have some other way to get them in the game, but having a mob that spawns near you and has all of these 1.17 blocks is a definite bonus. How do the Wandering Traders spawn? After the first 20 minutes of creating the game, Wandering Traders will attempt to be spawned. It will check if there are any Wandering Traders in a loaded chunk or around you. If there is no Wandering Trader every 24,000 ticks or 20 minutes, there will be an attempt to spawn a Wandering Trader within 48 blocks of the player. The chance is 2.5% every 24,000 ticks. This is increased by 2.5% and is capped at 7.5%. On average, it should take 10.4 Minecraft days or 3.5 hours to spawn a Wandering Trader. When a Wandering Trader does spawn, it takes 1 to 3 Minecraft days for them to despawn. In this case, it might make sense to check the trades from a Wandering Trader, get any blocks possible, and kill them and try to spawn another Wandering Trader quickly.